Welcome, Oregon Panther fans. Once again, we got a girls volleyball this evening. The Oregon Panthers are taking on the DeForest Norskis. Getting all final up. Yeah, hear the final blow of the whistle to get the teams lined up for the announcements. We're really glad OCA Media is glad to bring you these proud Panther sports for this volleyball night. Tonight, the Oregon Panthers will be taking on the DeForest Norski. Joining me tonight, I'm Mark Miller, will be Mike Stapleman. He'll be coming up shortly because he's going to announce all the teams as they get on forward. I'd like to recognize our sponsors that we are so proud to have bring it to you this evening. Bill's Food Center, Stone Health, and the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Support. Join your team today and help support your student athletes. And also by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. Follow OCA Media up on YouTube. This is where our broadcasts are sent off in a YouTube channel. You can follow them through our OCA Media website. Follow the link there and go watch this broadcast as well as some of the previous broadcasts as well. OCA Media is a public community video program. We broadcast not only athletic activities for the schools, but we also broadcast the school board meetings, as well as the village board meetings, and some other community meetings as well. So keep track of OCA Media. Oregon Life is also another proud video program hosted by Frank Cruz, and he has his new event on Sunday mornings. So check out our YouTube channel and follow these different activities that OCA Media brings forward to you. You can also follow us on Facebook. We have live events as well as current activities taking place. So follow OCA Media on Facebook as well. Haven't followed all of the history of what the Oregon Panthers have been trailing on, but I know we're finishing up the regular season and we are coming on to playoffs next week. And OCA Media will be broadcasting that as well. So check us out. Once again, it looks like the Oregon Panthers girls has finished up with a win previously against the Princeton Green Lake. Prior to that, they had taken on Dodgeville, but they ended up with a loss on that, making them a record of 25. I think that was Dodgeville's record overall. And so Oregon, prior to that, Oregon took on Madison West with a win, 2-1, with a 25-21, 25-20, finishing up their match. And prior to that, they took on Fenimore with a win as well. And they started off this round with Belleville as a win. So as the team, as it kind of followed them, is relatively younger team. I'm sure they've developed a lot further based on the results, and don't have quite as many seniors. They are running with mostly seniors and juniors. We've got 2 sophomores out there, and continuing to shine in the Badger South Conference as well. Coming up in the last few minutes, we'll let Michael Stapleton announce and bring on all the players onto the court, and we also end up having a chance to honor our flag with a national anthem. Keep in mind that we welcome you to join OCA Media's organization and join some of the sponsors to help Panther sports possible. You can always contact Paul at ocamedia.com to get more information. OCA Media does broadcast communities throughout Dane County. You can watch this and other OCA Media activities through our YouTube channel. So visit our website, ocamedia.com. As a public access community television station, we are locally sourced. We provide entertainment and informative programs on Charter as well as TDS cable. So if you have cable channels, check them out. Find them out on your channel, cable channels themselves. Certainly if you're going to streaming, go to ocamedia.com and find our YouTube channels. So lots of great content and our sports activities that took place. If you're interested in sponsoring, contact OCA Media through Paul at ocamedia.com. Be more than happy to help you out, the executive director, and help you with getting the kind of publicity and recognition that you so desire. OCA Media picks up on a variety of different things. They love to capture any live activity that occurs. So, like the parade through the homecoming week that took place this last week. Unfortunately, the Panthers came up short on their football game, but they certainly had a great week overall. OCA Media is a big supporter of our local businesses, so check out our businesses in town that do support the community. We certainly have some fine dining places. We got some quick serve places. Certainly our notorious fast food gasoline and quick stop places. But our coffee shops, which there are several, and we're looking forward to even more businesses to serve your dining pleasures. As you follow OCA Media on YouTube channel, you'll find that we recognize many of these businesses and the activities that they care, including our new restaurant that's coming into town, likely early spring this next year. So, having the opportunity to see the wonderful gym that was constructed a couple years ago, as the Oregon School District has invested into their facilities to be able to provide for these sports activities, but also for the educational needs that we end up having throughout the serving area of our school district. Came up with a new elementary school that is a net zero school building to complement all of the other buildings that have been improved upon. OCA Media will also cover public activities, so as an election's coming forth, they'll be covering some of the activities of the election events taking place and some crucial voting that will occur as well, one of which is a referendum that the school board is looking forward to. So follow some of the announcements and the things that are taking place and should be well cared for and paid attention for the voting public. So we're getting lined up here, and we're going to listen to the voice, Michael Stapleton, with his strong announcements.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oregon High School for tonight's Girls Gather Conference Crossover Volleyball game. Please welcome our visitors, the DeForest Norseys, and your Oregon Panthers! DeForest High School, Oregon High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators in education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. On behalf of Oregon Athletic Director Brittany Spencer-Crane, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy today's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'll honor America. Would you please rise as able, remove your hats, and join in singing our national anthem.
And we're getting lined up after the national anthem. Have an opportunity for some announcements to get them started. Teams are lined up. We have the cheer squad out here as well to support the fans. It is senior night, so earlier prior to this competition, recognize the seniors.
First with the visitors from DeForest. Number 3, Anna Sabinian. Number 7, Emily Worthman. Number 10, Maddie Mitchell. Number 15, Grace Compier. Number 16, Kristen Schroeder. Number 17, Abigail Pusikovic. And your libero, number 2, Allie Mountain. DeForest is coached by Scott Sheen. And now for your Oregon Panthers! Number 2, go, Bobcat! Number 4, Maggie Eyes! Number 9, Sarah Janicek! Number 10, McKenna Carroll! Number 11, Hannah Paxson! Number 15, Sophie Zahn! And the libero, number 7, Brenna Schreiber! The Panthers are coached by Jennifer Moore.
And they're getting lined up. We'll start this competition going forward. And serving up for Oregon first. And DeForest was not able to return that pass. And Oregon gets on the board first. Hannah setting as well as serving this the second point. And a little bit short, and they get an ace. Second ace. Hannah's going strong as Oregon leads by 2. Third serve for Hannah. It's tight to the net. And it goes up, no touch. 3 points, Hannah's on a roll. Some pretty aggressive serving to keep the DeForest on their heels. It's returned to Oregon. And a big swing. Coco comes up with a big hit.
Yeah. Hey, Mark.
Good evening. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing great.
Great announcements once again.
Yeah. I appreciate having someone up here who can get us started while I'm walking up the stairs. Boy, and the Panthers out to it. Quick start so far here in set number 1.
And that's out of play as well. Hannah continues at serve.
So I don't think I sent you any of the. Oh, I just turned my announcer's mic down. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't think I sent you any of the information about this matchup before the match. Oh, on the line.
Oh, that's a beautiful attack.
I think DeForest needs a quick timeout. Wow.
As he's rubbing his eyes.
Panthers out to an early 6-0 lead here in set number 1 on senior night at Oregon High School. This is an interesting matchup. It's the Badger Conference crossover. So the Panthers are currently 4th in the Badger West. So you get to see 4th in the Badger East, our DeForest Norskies. Panthers come in. It's been a great season so far, 20-15 overall, and they're 4-3 in conference. And then DeForest comes in at 21-16 overall, so pretty much mirror records of each other. And then 6-6 in with their conference matchups. I don't exactly know how they have 12 conference matchups and we have 7, but I don't make high school sports schedules, so I just read them off the internet.
Well, like any of the conferences, always are moving. We see
Yeah.
that even in college. It
Yep.
certainly happens at high school, and certainly the size of the schools have an impact that we've noticed as well.
Yep. So Panthers are, I think, planning to run their normal 6-2 again tonight, and right now Hannah Council got the nod to start. Whoa, tough serve.
That could have been out.
And with that, oh, nice set to McKenna Carroll, but not able to put it down. Oh, and that was probably the first real swing DeForest has had tonight. They were able to get it over the block and off the defense.
Oregon was able to get a nice attack on that. It was an inside set, but still able to make it and put a challenge into DeForest. We'll see what happens as they go forward with their chance of serving. They're struggling.
Yep. Free ball for the Panthers. Oh, there it is.
And they took advantage.
Nice setup to Coco Barnett, and she wipes out that point.
Doesn't appear like DeForest is as tall, so it, seen that Oregon's been pretty good with their block and holding the net.
Sarah Janicek picks that one up in the back row. Got a little confused, but she was able to find it. Oh, DeForest out of system and knocks it off the antenna. Yeah, I definitely thought when I was watching the DeForest, the Norskies hitting lines, that they did have some girls who could climb the ladder. They've got 2 girls at 6'1".
They let that one go.
Panthers able to keep that one in play. Oh,
Not able to bring
Sarah's
it in.
pass. Sarah Janicek's pass kind of got away from her. And that'll send DeForest to the service line. But with the Panthers still with an early lead, 8-2 here in set number 1. Whoops.
That was a touch we desired not to have.
Yeah. It's an interesting night. We're saying goodbye to a lot. Well, we're not saying goodbye yet, but it's the last regular season home game for a fair number of our seniors. Coco Barnett, Ava Gerlach-Schwartz, Maggie Ast, Maggie Templeton, who unfortunately is not suited up tonight. Oh, Coco. And then who else? We've got Sarah Janicek, Hannah Council, and then Naira Perez de Benito, our foreign exchange student. That's a lot of the roster that's going to turn over this year.
That's a challenge.
Yep. Ooh, nice serve by Greta Schriever. Oh, that one's in.
DeForest came up with a pretty nice attack, was able to get around that center block.
Yeah.
And keep it right on the edge of the net, the line to keep it in bounds.
Even though it was a tough serve off the net, DeForest was able to turn it into an attack. So yeah, we're having a lot of seniors graduate off this team this year, but we do actually have quite a we do have quite a bit of youth who's getting significant playing time this year. We've got 2 sophomores who start on varsity this year. Our libero Greta Schriever, and then Sophie Sy, number 15, has played middle, has played right side, and she is, I think she's in right now. Yep, she rotated in. with the libero exchange for McKenna Carroll. Whoa.
That was a dropping serve.
Yeah. Free ball coming over from the Panthers. They were able to set the middle again. Good swing.
A long reach, which you had to grab for, so a one-handed punch.
DeForest has tightened up the gap. Now down 3, 9-6 here in set number 1.
Panthers could use a rotation.
Maggie Ass block, sends it back. And that's been 2 balls in the back row that Janacek has not gotten her feet where they need to be and had to reach for the ball. So Coach Grokey's going to call for a sub, and we'll have Brooke Bastian rotate in and take her first serves of the night. Send it over.
Made something happen out of that on a bad pass.
Yep. There was definitely a little confusion, I think. The down ref maybe didn't see it the same way as the up ref, but he quick put his hand to his side and let the up ref make the call. Point Panthers. We have our first setter switch for the night, so now Ava Skripka rotates in and replaces Hannah Council at setter. Oh, Panthers got to send it over. Nice dig. Panthers not able to keep it in bounds, though. That's a point for the Norskies.
Didn't quite put up big enough block up there, so it made it a challenge to reach for that dig. But good position, though. Following the line, able to bring it alive.
And so with the 6-2, Hannah Council rotated out, and Maya Rudy replaced her. And then as Coco Barnett rotated into the back row, Ava Skripka takes her spot as a setter. Set not where Sophie Sy was expecting it, but she was able to send it over. Greta Schriever with the good dig. Maya Rudy hits into the block. Norski's able to pick it up.
Touch on that.
Yeah. Oh, pushed it to the deep corner. Brooke Bastian was able to get there and get a hand on it, but not able to put enough air under it for one of her teammates to come back and
it's a wise play to do is
Yep.
you have to get in the last hit over, push it deep.
And after that, just blistering hot start, and DeForest is pulled to within 1. You know, and that's probably what you expect in a crossover match. Oh, Sophie Sy with the big swing out of the middle.
Right around that block. A good pass, and that's what makes a difference.
So now that Sarah Janacek or Brooke Bastian rotates into the front row, Sarah Janacek subs back in to replace her, and it looks like we're also using a defensive specialist for Maggie Ass this evening. So Ava Gerlach-Schwartz rotates in to serve. So in our back row, we've got Ava Skripka, Ava Gerlach-Schwartz, and Greta Schriever, and then Sophie Sy, Maya Rudy, and Sarah Janacek in the front row.
Didn't put any challenge onto that that attack, at least at the net.
Oh, and actually, it looks like Ava Gerlach-Schwartz was in as a serving specialist. So we put Maggie Ask back in. Typically has pretty good passes out of that back row. Sarah Janacek with the attack. Hard cross, and the Norskies aren't able to pick it up. With the libero exchange, McKenna Carroll rotates into the front row. Sophie Sy back to serve. Sophie has been one of the more consistent and aggressive servers on the Panthers this year. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Coach Groke, you don't listen to that segment.
It was a floater. It just happened to float up and down.
Greta Schriever with the libero exchange. Schriever's back on the court. Panthers currently up 1 here, about halfway through set number 1. Boy, that was like a knuckleball. Back row attack. Janacek not able to find a way to get it over the net. And we're knotted up at 12. Wow, nice serve. And I'm not sure if something just happened with our stream or not, but
It looked like it blipped a little bit.
if we left, we're back.
We are.
Oh,
They're struggling on back here in Oregon.
yeah.
Gonna have to get organized. So we do have one player down. So we're gonna take a
Oh
official
boy.
timeout.
And we need
Medical.
somebody to go help.
So we'll have a little break in here for attention.
Yeah. Did you know that OCA Media is your local community access television station? We broadcast locally sourced, entertaining, and informative programs on Charter and TDS Cable. Check out our live streams and archive programs on our YouTube channel. Visit our website for a program guide and more information, www.ocamedia.com. And then did you already give a shout out to our stream sponsors tonight?
I did. We're so
That is-
proud to have these kind of sponsors that bring these broadcasts and many other ones. Likewise, there's recognized on the screen as well.
Yep. Yep. Taking a look at our Badger calendar as well. If you're looking for something to do this Saturday, it is the JV Conference Tournament. Saturday, I think that's Saturday the 15th. The Panthers are hosting the conference tournament this year. So if you're looking for something to do on Saturday, you can come out and support your local Panther JV volleyball team.
So
And
what's the schedule on that? You're saying on Saturday?
on Saturday, and I think it starts at 8 a.m., and I have no idea how it
Beyond
goes
that.
beyond that.
It starts early.
Yep,
Come on out.
yep.
Got a great facility to represent your teams.
Yeah, and then this is the final kind of regular season matchup of the year, and that means we're getting ready for playoffs. So the first round of the regionals starts next Thursday, October 20th, and your Panthers are hosting Sun Prairie East at home. They had the regionals seeding meeting last night, and the Panthers earned the 5 seed. So that means they will be hosting the first round, which is exciting.
Excellent. That is
Yeah.
wonderful. Like you said, they've done well. I think at the beginning, as I had a chance to kind of watch, they were still getting some of their team developed.
Yep.
And based on the record, I'm feeling that they really found the right spot. They found their positions and really developed in all those areas.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, you've seen some of the waves. There have been some waves up and down, especially as the Panthers have worked through some injuries. At the very beginning of the year, one of their senior leaders, Coco Barnett, was out. Maggie Templeton is another senior leader, and she was able to play for part of the season, but unfortunately she's had another injury, and so she's been out for, feels like since about halfway through the season. And that means girls have had to shift around. Girls who expected to play middle had to shift to right side, and the lineup has changed a couple of times. But they're hopefully finding a good cadence and a good rhythm with the girls on the floor. Now, of course, I have a feeling this means that Maya Rudy might not see the floor again tonight. If you couldn't see on the stream, I think I think she got knocked in the head and had a bloody nose, and so they're cleaning that up off the floor. But I'm guessing Maya Rudy will be out for tonight. It's disappointing. She had a good swing so far in the first set.
Those are challenging for coaching, but it's also an opportunity for the different players to try different positions and realize that some of the hitting isn't the same as it is in the passing.
Yeah. I also hope that the Panthers are able to kind of collect their thoughts, focus, take a deep breath, and focus back on the task at hand. They came out just absolutely. She got kicked. Yeah. the Panthers came out with an absolutely blistering start, which maybe you expect that on senior night. Everyone's pumped up, everyone's ready to play. And now it's stabilized a little bit, and now we definitely have, you know, a delay you definitely don't want as you're looking at your season. So hopefully they can find a way to stay composed and get back to business when we come back to the court.
It looks like they got most of it cleaned up, so they are just checking in. We'll hopefully get back to bouncing the ball here shortly. Pretty good crowd here with the cheer squad, as well as the fans standing in the crowd.
Yeah, it looks like our the cheer team is here to put on a little show and support another girls athletic team. I'm thinking they have more to clean up on the way out to the bathroom, so.
That could be out of our eyesight. Got to handle that properly.
Yep.
Recognize the significance of that. So certainly keep in mind that you can check out a lot of other broadcasting that OCA Media produces. Certainly the other sports activities. We're going to be rolling into the basketball season here shortly. So the powerful OCA Media staff will continue to keep these broadcasts out in front of you and be able to cover what's going on. And so we've been doing an awesome job doing live stream football games. It's top quality, almost what I would consider professional.
Yeah.
With replays and everything else. We got an awesome leadership crowd.
All right. Maya Rudy comes back out onto the floor.
That's the inspiration they might need, right?
I do know also Panther calendar is not just volleyball. I believe the soccer playoffs are starting next week as well, and the boys are hosting a soccer playoff game on Tuesday. I believe at 7 p.m. at Huntoon Field. That'll be streamed on OCA Media, but also feel free to go attend in person and cheer on the boys soccer team.
It's not our purpose to displace live attendance. It's to complement those. So
yep.
Watching our viewership go up, and so certainly come out to the games.
Looks like the Panthers will be going through an injury sub to bring Naira onto the floor. Throughout the season, Maya, Rudy, and Naira kind of traded off depending on how practice was looking that week. Maya had earned her way onto the court, but now gives way to Naira. Panthers down 2. Ball finds the new player, and Naira gets set right away. Oh, that one looked down, but they didn't call it. So good dig by Maggie Ast in the back row. Naira hits into the block.
Keeping alive.
Sarah Janacek with the swing. DeForest able to pass an in-system swing. Block touch, set her out. Ast sets up Janacek, pushes it over. Free ball coming over for the Panthers. Set up Carroll. Oh, Carroll hits into the block. Naira able to dig it up.
What a long volley. Certainly a challenge for him, and they came through digging.
One of the things that Naira brings to the team, and I've seen this throughout the season, is she finds a way to bring the ball back onto the court from some crazy angles. She's had some of the most aggressive cut shots that I've seen this year. And boy, she comes in cold off the bench after a long injury timeout, not expecting to play in this first set. And they set her twice in big rallies. Oh, Coco Barnett with the big block.
The big roof to stop it.
And with that, the Panthers have tied it up here in set number 1.
With Hannah serving once again.
And I definitely feel like there's a bit more electricity in the gym. Coco Barnett sends that one over. Oh, nice up by Greta. Sarah Janicek, touched by the block. Woo!
Anna's going in alive.
Oh, Janicek with the roll shot, sent it deep. Unfortunately past the end line, and that'll be a point for the Norskies.
Nice volley. Oregon has stepped up and came back strong. Keeping the ball placement deep in the court is the right idea.
Oh, Greta Schriever took that second ball. Coco Barnett with the roll shot, but not able to get it over the net.
They keep moving their feet to pass, get the passes up to the setters. DeForest there for that block. Right move. Nice long drive.
Yeah, that's tough on the Norskies. You know, you've got a player kind of rolling it from the back row. That was definitely not a super aggressive swing, but just able to put it in one of those corners that the libero wasn't able to get to. Oh, nice serve by Janicek. Norski's able to pass it up.
It's alive.
Oh, Greta pushed it deep and it just went wide. I think it was the DeForest libero was able to get her foot on the line and watch it go out. Oh! You can tell it's close when the side judge hesitates, or the line judge hesitates. Don't know if that one would have been out had it been on the other corner.
Sure, yes. I was questioning my mind anyways. Oregon's going to have to keep working on those passes. If they get out of that routine, it's going to make it very difficult because all you can do is drive. And they certainly have the capabilities of some strong attacks. So getting the sets up for the big front line is what they need to do.
And here's our Panther cheer squad. Nice to have them here, keep the crowd pumped up. All right, so that's a one timeout on each side so far tonight. Resetting our lineup. In the front row, I think we've got Maggie Ast, Coco Barnett, McKenna Carroll, and in the back row, we've got Hannah Counts, Sarah Janicek, and Greta Schriever. That serve finds the antenna, so that's out. Panthers with the serve, down one. Sophie Tsai rotates in to replace McKenna Carroll. You know, we haven't seen it as much this year as I was anticipating at the beginning of the year. Oh,
you got a break.
Yep, that one was going long. I feel like when I was looking at this Panthers lineup, I was expecting a really big blocking defense. You know, and that was with Templeton on the floor. But when you've got Sophie Tsai, Maggie Templeton, Coco Barnett, that's a big front line. And McKenna Carroll. I left McKenna Carroll off that list, I believe. And it's nice to see lineups where we get Sophie Tsai, Coco Barnett, McKenna Carroll in the front line together. Really nice serves by Greta Schriever, and that's over the line, yep. So that'll be a point for the Panthers. And for those who are club parents or club volleyball players, in high school, if you cross the line, regardless of whether you impact the play or not, that's a point for the other team. So even though the setter didn't bother anyone on the Panther sidelines, it's still a point.
That's to do with safety as well. As you cross underneath that, to certainly get another foot onto it.
Yep. All right, we're
tied up.
Tied at 19.
Big change from the start of the game. Good conversation. That's a way to talk that out.
The Panthers have been kind of a streaky team all year, where they will go on big runs, but they'll also give up big runs. And so it's nice to see that after, you know, they ran out to that big lead, and then as DeForest roared back, the Panthers have stabilized to now take a 1-point lead.
They're in trouble.
Oh, he's able to hit it off the block.
Took advantage of that big attack. That's one of those opportunities when you like to see a rotation. That's what volleyball allows. That you get into a bad circuit, it's like, let's get a side out, get rotated around, just get people in different positions, potentially have a different block, different attack. Good conversation. We got to talk about those.
Yep.
Seen a few reaches tonight.
Good call. Yep. Ava Gerlach-Schwartz rotates in to serve. Giving Maggie Ast a quick breather. Panthers up 1 here late in set number 1. Boy. Kind of. Whoa.
It's a tight. I don't know about that, but they wouldn't have made it, so we can reach over the net apparently. But
yeah, and we're at kind of a funny angle. Well, maybe you're not. I'm at kind of a funny angle. Sophie Sy with the nice set. Naira sent it over.
Good
picked
coverage.
up by the Panthers. Sophie Sy with the swing. That one's right on the net. Oh. I think was the call net. I saw him holding up 5.
yes.
Which I think must have been the, okay, so 5 on DeForest must have been in the net. DeForest uses her second timeout late in set number 1. Panthers currently up 1, 22-21.
They've come a long ways where they were a pretty strong start and kind of got loosened up a little bit here, a little bit on the passing side of it, a few reaches that didn't pan out for them.
Yeah. Yeah, the Panthers have had a couple one-handed passes, but they've that got back into the field of play, but they also had a couple that just went sideways.
Some really good digs and opportune times for those. Turned out to some point, certainly in other cases, just kept it alive.
Yep. Did you know that Oregon Community Access Media is operated right here in Oregon? Our small staff of 4 part-time, hardworking, and dedicated individuals record and broadcast hundreds of local events each year. We've had a couple of nights where I've been up here announcing volleyball, and we've had a squad down at the soccer game, and we've had folks at the village board meeting. OCA Media keeps you up to date on what in the heck's going on. Oh, nice placement by DeForest. Able to hit it over the block, and then you've got a middle in the back row. Not able to pass it up. DeForest ties it up, 22-22. All right, we've got Janacek, Ast, and Schriever back on serve receive.
2 for a block.
No, Naira goes for the cut. Unfortunately, not able to get it over the net. Norski's with a 1-point lead.
It's kind of challenging when you're that far off the net to come up with an attack and knowing that there's a block up there. So.
Yep. Well, and then Naira's not, not the tallest player. Not able to sky. Oh, nice serve.
Nice block. Oregon keeps it alive.
Janacek hits into the net. Panthers need their second timeout. Is that set point for DeForest? I was taking a look at the Panthers records over the years, and so the season's not over, but right now the Panthers come in at 20-15, and it's the first time since the 18-19 season that the Panthers reached 20 wins. So it's definitely been an improvement year over year, and it's really exciting to see this group of seniors who have really been putting in the time and the effort. Really exciting to see them kind of achieve some of the goals they've been setting this year.
Unlike any kind of upper class and underclass, they certainly learned from the teams prior to them. And this is an opportunity as well for the underclass to learn, because obviously with the seniors rolling off, you're going to need some leaders that'll come forward for next year.
Yep. And we've got some juniors who are, putting in time on the court. We've got McKenna Carroll and Maya Rudy and Ava Skripka are one of our setters. So we've got a bunch of juniors who are going to be those senior leaders next year. But then we also have Greta and Sophie, our sophomores, who are starting on varsity this year. Sarah Janacek puts that one down.
That was a really tight set, really close to the net, allows
Yep.
an opportunity to place anywhere, and she took advantage of that.
Yep. Naira hits the bench, bringing Hannah Council in to serve, and Ava Skripka makes way for Coco Barnett. If you need to make a run, this is one of the front rows you want. Coco Barnett, McKenna Carroll, and Sarah Janacek with Hannah Council back to serve. Let's see if DeForest can, nope. So that ties it up. From here, it's hard to see what was going on with that serve, but I think if you could be right behind the court, Council, her float definitely moves side to side, and it could be hard to get a beat on it. All right, tied up. We're going to get some free volleyball here in set number 1. Drop. All right, DeForest able to get that one down, yeah.
Around the block, and Oregon was not able to cover in the back row. It's a lot of coverage. Like you said, Mike, it's got a really good lineup, though.
Yep. Starts with the pass. Oh, it's trouble. Boy, Panthers almost didn't know who was going to take that free ball.
And they were up there for the block.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, only got a touch off of it versus the stuff.
Yep, and that went out of bounds off the Panthers' point, Norskies, and they take set 1, 24-26. It was an interesting match. It was kind of the, broken up by a long injury timeout in the middle. Panthers were just on some torrid streaks where it felt like they couldn't be stopped, and then had some periods of time where they were stuck in the mud a little bit. Hard to get moving. It'll be interesting to see. I'm kind of assuming Naira is just going to play in the Maya Rudy spot the rest of the night, but it'll be interesting to see if Coach Grokey makes any changes to her lineup. Then it'll also be interesting to see if the Panthers change anything with how they were playing now that they've seen one really tight set out of DeForest.
Sometimes an opportunity to make a little bit of adjustments just to keep things going. You can tell based on the individual players and how they're coming to the court that night, they have to do some things a little differently.
Yep, and Coach Grokey's talking to the official, and I'm not sure what point she's making. And actually, I'm going to step away before the start of set number 2 and fill up my water. I'll be right back, Mark.
Well, I'm going to recognize our sponsors once again. We certainly brought to you based on our sponsors that do help us and support them, and also support our community. So one of the greatest sponsors is our Bill's Food Center, located right on the north side of Oregon, providing lots of our food services, but also supporting our community. Also Stoughton Health for all those medical needs, for your regular needs as well as urgent care. And our Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today. Help support our student athletes. And also by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. On behalf of OCA Media and the production crew, thank you for watching Oregon Panther Soccer at OCA Media. We do appreciate your viewership.
So throughout the season, we've referenced this a couple of times, but the parents sent out a survey to the players before the season to give us some interesting things to talk about throughout the season. One of the things I think is interesting is they had a seniors only question. What's next? Are you playing volleyball? And if so, do you know where you're going? Maggie Ast hopes to play in a lot of leagues and expand her outdoor experience. Maggie Templeton wants to go to Florida to attend Nova Southeastern University for anesthesiology. Hannah Council is going to become a special ed teacher, and she wants to play volleyball in college. Coco Barnett's looking at many different schools that she wants to play volleyball for, and she's excited to play for a high-level team in the fall, next fall. Ava Gerlach-Schwartz is looking to get into UW-Madison, hopefully, and she wants to earn a bachelor's degree in a science major like biology, and then wants to continue on to PA school. And Sarah Janacek says, no matter what, I will definitely be playing volleyball in some way. If it's for a club or as part of my school, she's not sure. But it's exciting to see. You know, some of the girls have their sights set on, you know, they want to play. They might pick their school depending on where they can get in on a team. And I think other girls are, you know, going to make it part of their recreational life, and that's fine.
From an old volleyball player, there's a lot of volleyball left in all of these kids.
Yeah.
There's so many different avenues, and certainly even leading on to coaching and doing other things. So
Yeah.
I personally think it's a great sport.
McKenna Carroll with the swing. Norski's hit it into the net, and the Panthers take the lead in set number 1. Yeah, I don't know that it's a forever sport, but you definitely can play volleyball for a long time. Oh, Sarah Janacek with the serve off the net. Oh. DeForest with the tip right over the block. Back row not able to get up there and get it. I know when Coach Grolke was a bit younger, she played in a lot of indoor leagues. And it was always the team of the older women that frustrated her because they had all been playing together for what felt like 30 years. They knew exactly where everyone else was going to be on the court. Boy.
Age and treachery overcome youth and skill.
Yep. Hannah Council really had to get on her horse to get to that pass, and unfortunately not able to put it in a spot for Maggie Ast to make an attack on it.
Oregon's going to have to get back into their strong struck.
Whoa.
Good passes.
Maggie Ast with the swing. Libero with a nice pass. Oh. Tough angle, and the Panthers not able to sniff that out and figure out where that ball was going to go. So that last serve by this libero was definitely a fastball. That one got stuck in the jet stream and flew out of bounds. Greta Schriever back to serve, and Sophie Sy rotates into the front row. On the line.
Beautiful ace.
I wasn't able to make it to the varsity conference tournament this past weekend in Mount Horeb, but the team did live stream or went live on Instagram for a while, and so I was able to watch one of the matches. Oh,
Blocked
Sophie
up,
Sy and
out.
Coco Barnett, yep, able to get up and send that one back, unfortunately out of bounds. At varsity tournament, one of the matches I saw, Coco Barnett and Sophie Sy had, you know, some of the best volleyball I've seen them play. They were both really seeing the ball well. One of the things I think is really interesting about Coco's game so far this year is she's really been seeing the floor well, and, you know, varying her shots and figuring out where is the defense, where can I put the ball. She's had a couple of matches where she's pushed to those deep corners. You know, it doesn't have to be a resounding kill that bounces off the hardwood to be a point. If the defense is not in the corner, put the ball there.
Make it difficult for them to volley.
Oh, Coco with the dig.
Trouble for DeForest.
Roll shot over. Sarah Janacek picks it up in the back row. Set to Coco.
Coco took advantage of that. It was a little bit of a challenging, a little bit far out, but she saw it and took it.
Yeah, I was going to say that set kind of drifted a bit. Coco had to go get it, but still able to find an effective attacking angle.
It's awfully powerful when you have a left-handed attack and it's coming right towards you. So
Absolutely. Ava Skripka. Oh, that's tough.
Good attack.
Oh, what a weird play. It was like the Panthers didn't know what was going on. They didn't know who was going to pick up the tip. They didn't know who was going to get the second ball. And then Janacek with the laser, could have been a roll shot, kind of laser back row attack. A point's a point, I guess. Yep. No doubt the Panthers they look like they're on roller skates out there.
He's struggling around trying to get control of the ball.
Yeah.
It's really takes a disadvantage because the hitters don't have a chance to do the type of things that they can do so really well.
Yeah.
Watch for him to continue to improve. Nice dropping serve though.
DeForest currently with the 2-point lead here in set number 2. DeForest did take set number 1 as well.
Oh, it's 2 aces
in a row. Boy, and it was like the exact same serve, just over 3 feet.
That's tough. Good move.
Yeah, that was a really good play by Ava Skripka to bring that one out of the net. And you know what? Because of that, she was able to force that.
And Oregon's still down by 2 points.
And I think the Oregon bench may have just gotten what amounts to a sideline warning. Nice serve by Ava Gerlach-Schwartz. Earns a free ball.
Nice reach.
Yeah, was that Janacek able to pop that one over? Sophie Tsai with the block. DeForest able to recover, free ball coming over.
Trouble.
Oh, man.
Didn't quite recover from that the tough pass.
Nope. All right. Panthers down 3. Nice serve, receive, pass. Whoa.
Didn't communicate on that hit. And there you go. That's what they were looking for.
So they called that off of DeForest, and it didn't look like there was a touch. It didn't look like there was a Norski touch to me. That one just looked like it went in off the net. Captain goes up and asks. The up ref said he saw a touch. He's a lot closer than I am. I'll stop arguing. Sophie Tsai.
Nice serve.
Not an ace, but it did earn a free ball. Come on, let's use it, Panthers.
That's the way to use it.
Whoa! What a swing by McKenna Carroll.
They didn't use it. Beautiful. They got that good pass in there, allowed to take that center hit.
Panthers pull within 1. Sophie Tsai back to serve. Oh. McKenna Carroll got that one. She got the block touch, not able to reach over. But then she did a good job digging it out of her own lap. But the Panthers were not able to scramble and send it over. DeForest back up by 2.
They get a break.
Not many service errors so far today. I mean, there have been a handful, but pretty good service by both teams. And you can tell that these are pretty evenly matched squads right now.
I was thinking about that myself. He was commenting about the cross, but even up.
And a council with the serve. Oh, Panthers again able to get the block touch, but not able to put it back on the DeForest sidelines. And that's a timeout for the Panthers. Currently down 2 in set number 2. One of the things I think is really interesting and I really appreciate about this team is it's a service-oriented team. They do a lot of volunteer work, and that's important to the team. Maggie asked, volunteers with Second Harvest Food Bank. McKenna Carroll likes to be a camp counselor. Maggie Templeton works at a bilingual daycare center where she gets to practice her Spanish. Hannah Council helps with the special ed classes at Oregon High School, and that aligns with what she's hoping to do when she goes to college. Coco Barnett helps out her older neighbors with their yard work. Maya Rudy volunteers with Toys for Tots. Brooke Bastian also volunteers at the food pantry. Greta Schriever is on the student council. Oh, Ava Gerlach Schwartz, this is an interesting one. Her family volunteers at EAA in Oshkosh. And so they've been volunteering for 4 generations. If you haven't been up there, it's the huge air show. So that's pretty cool. I think she missed one of the contact days in the off season because they were up there at the air show.
DeForest coming up with the serve. Oregon struggling.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an adventure back there with serve receive tonight.
Over on 1. That's a good attack. That's Oregon's touch.
Yep. The tip gets through the block, just kind of gets hung up on the Panthers. DeForest currently up 4. That might be their biggest lead in either set of the evening. Oh, how did... Thank goodness that one went out.
Oregon gets a break.
I was going to say, how did DeForest not only keep that one in play, but then put it over the net? Whoa, Sarah Janacek with the bullet. Oh.
Coco got the touch, but nobody else there to keep it alive.
There have been 3 or 4 of those tonight that the Panthers have. Pretty much what they've done is get it at the net and then take enough of it off that it just drops on their side.
Always a sinking feeling as a volleyball player.
Nice play. Nice one-handed set by Hannah Council, and then McKenna Carroll finding the right spot on the swing. Sophie Tsai replaces McKenna Carroll with the libero exchange. Greta Schriever back to serve. Nice serve. DeForest is in system. Maggie Asp with the cut shot. DeForest able to pass it up. That one never got over the net.
Good blockers there. They were ready for it.
Yep.
Watched it moving around.
Took away the angle she wanted.
Closing this gap.
Panthers down 2. Oh!
And we pull out an ace.
Yeah, I don't know if the libero didn't have a clear vision on that, but not able to pass it up.
Hopefully you didn't offer any bad luck on the serving. We know that at the tail end of a game, it's a match. It certainly is frustrating when the serves don't go over.
I feel like Schriever has tried to hit zone 4 a couple of times throughout the season, and it's a tough zone to serve. Coco Barnett.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yep. Aggressive angle on that one.
That's the combination Oregon needs to put together.
Yep. Coco Barnett makes way for Ava Skripka, and Hannah Council also hits the bench with Naira coming back into the front row. Out.
That is correct.
So the line judge called a touch. Line judge called a touch. Up ref and down ref called it out.
They are going to change it. Puts Oregon down by 2.
Oh, Coach Grokey just asked her player, did you have a touch? And she said, yes, I did. Oh, tough serve. Nice up by
Keeping it
the
alive.
Norskis.
The big block.
Sophie Sy with the block. So this is definitely a fun season. Best season for the Panthers in quite some time. But it is exciting to think about Sophie Sy with another year under her belt, Greta Schriever with another year under her belt. And I also know, you know, Coach Grokey's been talking to me about how some of these JV players look this year. Oh, just long for Ava Gerlach-Schwartz. And Maggie Ask will come back in. So, you know, it's a great season, but we're definitely also expecting big things out of the Panthers for the next few years. Panthers currently down 2 in set number 2. Sophie Sy hits it off the block.
Really
Norski's
nice.
not able to find it.
Really nice forearm pass, or set, due to the fact that it came in pretty hard, pretty high.
Yep.
Not
So-
allowed a good hit, good attack.
Get there.
You can't get the block, push it deep. Very nice punch.
Sometimes better to be lucky than good. It's kind of stuck her head out, her hand out. Hook shotted it over to that deep corner. Probably not how they drew it up, but like I said earlier, point's a point. Sophie Sy's serve goes long. We are tight here near the end of set number 2. Naira hits into the block. Panthers dig it.
It's trouble.
Oh, not able to send it over.
That's four.
It was a good dig and a good scramble, but not able to get it into a returnable spot by the third contact. Out. Panthers pull to within 1. Coco Barnett and Hannah Council will rotate back in, and Ava Skripka and Naira will take a break. Centers out. Greta's got good hands though, sets up Coco
One
Barnett
attack.
with the kill. She ended up hitting to the libero, but the libero was not able to pass it up.
A long set all the way over to the corner, but those are tough to get a taper to get it close to the net, but she took full advantage of it and got an winning attack.
And, you know, we've got Coco Barnett and Sophie Sy, well, and Sarah Janicek can do this as well. We've got some hitters that if you set them the right way, they can get above that block. We saw it a lot earlier this year, and it can lead to some of those thunderous kills. Tough for the back row when that one's coming in over your block.
She's some pretty nice slice attacks too, so they're able to take that angle and still keep it in bounds.
Yep.
Some of those don't always end up that way, but front line's done a great job with that.
Well, and then that keeps the defense guessing, and it keeps your blockers working, trying to figure out where, you know, what angle are they trying to take away.
After losing that first set, Oregon's really going to look forward to getting a win off of this one, so they'll have to dig through it, make their serves.
Please consider supporting productions like this with Panther Sports. OCA Media is a nonprofit organization, and with your help, we can continue to provide our viewers like you with quality programming. please contact Paul at osamedia.com for more information. Oh, Hannah Council with the serve that goes long.
It's my fault. I made that comment.
Looking for a good pass here. Yep.
Tight at the net. And Oregon got a touch on the net. It's a really nice pass in the set. Thought for sure it was going to be down. It put trouble for DeForest. Coach was just asking for the call.
Nice swing by Sarah Janicek. Norskis are in system. Nice cut, nice swing. It hasn't been too much of an issue this year, but McKenna Carroll, she doesn't always go up with two hands and swipe at the ball. She'll take a big swing and try to chop at it. And I think what happened on that last play is went through the ball and hit the top of the net. I'm guessing was the call. Panthers use their second timeout, currently down 3 here in set number 2. Would you like your business recognized as a sponsor of Panther sports programs like this one? Find out more at osamedia.com or give Paul a call at 608-291-0148. Cheer squad getting the student section riled up.
They've been standing the whole time, so the enthusiasm is there. DeForest has a few animals, I believe. There's some students that decorate.
Their theme must have been onesies. They look very cozy on this cold fall evening.
Without a cheer team, they're out there cheering, so they have some things going on.
Nice pass by Sarah Janicek. Coco Barnett finds the line. Nice swing.
Good combination.
Nice
pass
swing.
in the set.
Sarah Janicek back to serve. Panthers down 2.
Good serve.
Yeah. Oh, that's a double.
That's it.
Yep. Coco Barnett got enough. The block took enough off it, then the second touch, or the first touch after the block took enough off it that the next player down the line wasn't able to return it. Ace. And Sarah Janicek has got to watch that line. DeForest needs their second timeout. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just I'm into the match, but it feels like each team has gotten about 5 timeouts this set. I feel like we just are stopping every 5 points.
A few points left, so we'll see how they fare to finish the set out.
Tied up 22-22 late in set number 2. Now's a good time to thank our sponsors who made this program possible. Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. And I've got all my sheets all turned around.
So return in 2 days. Come on back for the conference.
Yep, the JV conference tournament. It's it's an opportunity for that JV team to get a lot of run, get a lot of play. One of the things, and I don't remember if you and I talked about this, but one of the things I love about tournament days is you give yourself an opportunity to kind of try some things out, maybe work through some things. Even though the matches are only best of 3, you can get a girl into a different position, or if someone's struggling, give them a bit of run to try to work through it.
And the Oregon Panthers started off the season that way. They went through a couple of tournaments that really helped develop and get them prepared. Some good competition too. They didn't just take the easy routes.
With that last point, Greta Shriver had to take the second ball, set up Sarah Janacek for a tough ball. Oh!
I don't think she touched it. She tried to do the one-hand set.
And it felt like the block did not give her a chance to set that ball.
That would have been the case, but apparently the down ref didn't feel it was a touch.
I don't know how, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know how you could come to that conclusion.
Keep it alive. That's into the stands. And that finishes set 2. Oregon falls, 22-25.
One of the things Coach Grokey talks about with her girls is uncontrollables. You know, you can come into the match and control how you play. You can control how you respond to how your opponent plays. You can't control what the refs are going to call. And you can shout at them. You can give them a stink eye. It's probably not going to change how they call the next couple of plays. You just got to roll with what's happening on the floor. I definitely think there have been a couple of points that, you know, raised some eyebrows on the Panther bench, but you got the refs you got.
The question always comes to the mind is how accurate are they going to call for a double hit or certain kind of moves. And they've only called, if I recall correctly, only one double hit. It was on DeForest at the time.
Yeah.
They've let some things go, and there's a couple of them they're like, well, what is it? But you got to know that type of thing, realize when that could be another competitor that's on the court. But you just have to adapt your game to that.
Yeah. And as long as, especially with things like double contacts, as long as the officials are consistent, you know, you figure out how tight or how loose are they going to be tonight. So far, we haven't had any inconsistency there. They're pretty, you know, they're pretty loose on the doubles. They're not calling a super tight game, and that's fine.
I think both teams have done a really good job when they had to drive the ball or punch the ball. It was a clean. There wasn't any carries, anything in regards to that with throws. Yeah. So, and you can tell by the level of the play that's taking place. You don't have any of that kind of handball like that. So,
well, and I do want to say for the 4 folks in white who showed up tonight, you know, if they weren't here, we wouldn't have a match. So exactly. I'm glad we've got 4 officials.
Thank you very much for them, and honor that very much so. That's not an easy task, I understand. It's gotten more difficult to bring those people out.
Yep. Yeah, I know Coach Grokey has wanted to schedule some other early season tournaments and maybe some other opportunities for the JV teams or the JV2 teams to get some more play. And that's one of the things you run into is if I want to schedule an all-day tournament with multiple courts running, how far out do I need to book my refs? And she said at this point, it's a couple of years.
Is that right?
No, wow. You need to know, all right, which weekends are you available in 2024 and 2025? So.
Well, then you start looking at even some of the other sports, football, how many there are going to be on it. And talked to my neighbor, and he was saying that he was talked into reffing football only at a certain level. Before you know it, he's got 82 games.
Yeah.
So, once they get you drawn in, they'll look for that. So I really appreciate the staff that comes out on all these different nights.
I've known some guys who have done, and some women who have done soccer officiating, and it's the same thing. Once those local leagues figure out that you're an official, guess what you're doing every Saturday throughout the summer and fall. All right, we head to set number 3.
Oregon's down by 2.
Yep, and we play best of 5, so Panthers need to get on their winning ways. Hannah Council back to serve.
Big block. Yep. Keep that up, Hannah.
Yep.
As you did the first set.
Block put that one back into the back row. Everyone had been sucked in for coverage. No one was able to scramble back and put that one up. Tough spot. Just a tip kind of a half tip, half roll right into the middle of the court.
Those are very frustrating because it's not a spot that you get one block that blocks up. They're not ready to take any of those tips. And that's tight.
Oh, nice play by Hannah Council.
Coco put a nice push on it and was able to come up on the top.
You know, I find those ones so hard to see. I can never tell which side I went down on. I just look to see which team celebrates. Sarah Janicek with the float serve. I don't know that I've seen her do that this year.
Back row
attack, and she gets it in. The DeForest libero had kind of given up on that one early. Sarah Janicek back to serve. Drives that one, unfortunately, it finds its way out of bounds. So Mark was saying if you're looking for something to do on Saturday, definitely come out to Oregon High School, cheer on your JV team in their conference tournament. And then playoffs are here. Oh, good up by Maggie Ast. Come on, Carol. Oh, out of bounds. Right idea, just not able to put it down.
Very good dig to keep it alive, definitely.
Yeah, that was a nice individual play by Maggie Ast.
When you got a double block on there like that, you do want to look for a different spot, and it was the right idea.
Out on Tuesday, come down to Huntoon Field, cheer on your Panthers as I believe they play Baraboo. Let's see if I can figure it out. And then on Thursday, your Oregon Panther volleyball team is home hosting Sun Prairie East in their first round of the regional playoffs.
As Sun Prairie now has an East and a West.
Yep. Yep, I think they host the Cardinals. I think the other Sun Prairie is a Cat.
Touch.
Yep.
It's kind of loose. Big attack from the 10-foot line. Whoa! It's going to touch on that. And a quick on the center hit. Wise move.
And that's the first time I've seen that this year. It hit the divider up here. Hannah Council with a great focus was able to watch it into her hands, didn't let that distract her. And then because it stayed on the Oregon sideline, any vertical impediment on the ceiling is in play as long as it doesn't cross the net. Ava Skripka with the serve, trouble for DeForest. Roll shot from the back row. Greta picks that one up. Ast with the swing. That one right into the net.
And then last play, the other challenge is when it's coming down that height, it's really difficult to set that height. But their timing was really good took a low set and attacked it, which made it difficult for DeForest to return.
Well, I'm sure it's hard. It's got to pick up speed when it comes down from that height.
Center hit again.
Someone was in the net.
Back row attack is too long.
Yeah, Janicek has had trouble finding the right distance, finding the right angle on those back row attacks tonight.
Some of those pretty challenged to place the ball where you actually jump and where you attack, and you don't have as much of a window as you do when you're at the net. And it landed back in Oregon's court.
DeForest pushes the lead to 2. Maggie Ast, Greta Schriever, and Sarah Janicek back in serve receive. Trying to give Ava Skripka a good ball. Naira has to pop that one over. DeForest able to handle it. Set her out. Maggie Ast sets it up for free ball. Out. No touch call. That one's out, and a point for the Panthers. Ava Gerlach-Schwartz will come in as serving specialist.
I think it was a pretty quick hit, which is probably fortunate because Naira could have got her hands on that one and would have turned the other way.
Get down. Oh, nice recovery by DeForest. Naira with the coverage picks that one up well. Sarah Janicek with the swing. Oh, off the block.
You're up there for that block. That's the thing to do. Much rather have something coming off of that than let it free.
Yep. Nice pass by Sarah. She pushes it over, but DeForest is able to recover. That was an aggressive set by the DeForest setter. Kind of a tough spot, tough angle. You know, I don't think I've said it, but DeForest is playing really well tonight too. You know, they're passing really well. They're staying in system. They're varying their shots.
Done a good job recovering as well.
Yeah.
You know, when things haven't gone their way, they're able to make something happen. And that's caught some of Oregon off guard. So when they pushed it deep and they weren't able to cover it, some of even their serves as well. Didn't make it over.
Nope.
Oregon's going to have to get into their routine to be able to pull off this third set.
Well, like you said, there can be some challenging rotations, and I feel like the Panthers are in the middle of one right now.
Naira's going to prove you wrong. You know she was there, ready to take it.
Yeah.
Big slice we had talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Got a block up there, you go around it.
I don't know if I mentioned it. Naira is an exchange student, and it's nice that she was able to make the team and build some relationships and give her some community while she's here. Oh, that one's in.
It was a good attack because the set was really nice.
Yeah. Coco and McKenna not able to connect on the block. And then I think I stepped on it. I don't know if you were saying something.
I was going to comment about for an exchange student like Naira. That's an experience that's awesome for all the players, but it's also awesome for her. I can tell you firsthand, I've known people that made a lifelong relationships from these exchange students. So it's wonderful that Naira's got to play with the team.
Oh, good job by Hannah to bring that one back. They look for the back row attack, but not in a spot where Ast could attack it, so free ball.
Touch off the block, which makes it a little more challenging to pick it up. Oregon was not able to do that.
Panthers need a timeout. OCA Media is your local community access television station. We broadcast locally sourced, entertaining, and informative programs on Charter and TDS Cable. Check out our live streams and archived programs on our YouTube channel. Visit our website for our program guide and more information. www.ocamedia.com. Panthers are going to need to change the complexion of this set. They've had a couple really strong swings. They've had a couple of streaks where they've looked unbeatable. And they've had a couple of, rough goes, rough rotations. Currently down 4 in set number 3, and they need to win this set if they want to keep playing. I also, I don't know where Maya Rudy went. I thought at one point that she was maybe just stepping to the locker room to get cleaned up, but I didn't see her come back. If you weren't watching earlier, I think it was in set number 1. Maya Rudy on a scramble play ended up catching a foot to the face and got what looked like a pretty bad nosebleed. So she had to leave for the night. Nice swing by Coco.
Beautiful.
You know what? And that's another thing that's tough. Maya is one of the players that adds a ton of energy to that bench. This has been a good bench, and they've stayed positive, but it'll be a different story with Ruby.
There's a great block.
Yep, McKenna Carroll and Coco Barnett make it tough to get it through sometimes.
Some confidence for Oregon to keep it rolling.
Setter dump. DeForest able to cover. McKenna Carroll gets up and swipes. Oh.
One of those things about those setter dumps, they have this tendency of being kind of picked up on the idea. It's seen that consistently. It's a little challenging to be that far off the net, though, because it doesn't surprise him quite as much. But it can be a real good offensive attack.
DeForest has played really well on the with their tips. They've used those well tonight.
It's really important for the players to stay in the right place in the court. And sometimes if you're too crowded, if you're not covering your area, you get caught by those. Nice deep shot. Good eye, good way to talk and make sure that you don't reach for those.
Yep.
Haven't seen as much of the reaching in this later in the second and third sets.
Sophie Tsai rotates in to replace McKenna Carroll, and Greta Shriver's back to serve. Oh, just not able to get up, not able to elevate early enough. All right, Panthers down 4, set number 3. Megast with the swing.
They're up there for the block.
I think they must have called Coco on a lift. I couldn't see it because blocked by Sophie, but the ball kind of hung up there after the block, so I'm guessing she caught it, unfortunately. Panthers down 5.
And they're going to call that set. She dropped it quite a bit, so that has tendencies where the
Panthers need a timeout.
Get organized once again.
This is an interesting composition for a team where I think the best hitters are a middle and one of your opposites. You know, you typically look to your outsides as those big hammers that are your terminators. And I think Janacek and Ast can definitely swing. They can get up and swing. But, you know, I think Coco Barnett has probably got some of the smoothest swings, and then Sophie Tsai is another really effective offensive weapon. And it just changes up the game. It's harder to set your middles. It's harder to set your opposites. And when you don't have that outside that's your security blanket that you can go to on any one pass, it can sometimes make it hard to climb back into these games. Definitely challenges your setters.
And it takes the game off if you're not able to get to your hitters. And Oregon's demonstrated they have some strong frontline hits. They can certainly block. You just got to keep the ball moving in the right place so they can take advantage of what their strengths are.
Nice pass. Coco Barnett puts it into the block, comes down for an Oregon point.
That's their strength, their
Yep.
combination.
Ava Skripka and Naira in for the Panthers. currently down 5. Skripka serving. Get down. Ah!
That hurts. One up, 2 up. Don't move at any touch. It was awfully high hit.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if I heard something. It'd be tough to see it, but I guess not. Whoops.
Good reach.
Oh,
Not able to make it happen.
yeah.
It was coming back pretty quick and
Yeah,
trying
it
to get up
turned
for
into a
block.
tough overpass. It was a good job by Sophie Sy to get up and even challenge it. But that's definitely not your, that's not a block you practice every day.
And there's a block.
That one's not going over. Be a good time for some good serves here. That was in a tough spot right on the line. And out.
Break. Keep it rolling, Oregon.
And actually, I think DeForest maybe does not need an injury timeout. I think a girl either twisted an ankle or someone stepped on her, but she's gonna tough it out.
Sutter had it right smart on that.
Yep. Nice move. Coach Grolke's gonna leave Ava Gerlach-Schwartz out there to play back row. Sophie Sy with the interesting angle, able to get it down.
The set was pretty much underneath the hitter, but she did a really nice job bringing it down and keeping it in play. Get Oregon back at serving.
And Sophie's one of the girls that came into the season thinking she was going to be playing opposite, moved back to middle. So, what she practiced in the off season was not what she ended up doing in the season. She's effective at middle. And I think she's either leading or close to leading the team in aces, and then has few service errors. Sarah Janicek able to get the kill.
Nice.
Panthers on the move.
Keep it going strong.
Well, that was interesting. Sophie Sy had to go get the ball, and the ref blew the serve in, I think, before she had the ball. But so the middle for DeForest, number 5, looks like a really good athlete. I don't know if new to volleyball. She's made some really athletic plays, but in that position, kind of got outside the boundaries of volleyball and went for a play that wasn't really there. DeForest needs a timeout as the Panthers are on a run. Pulled within 3 here in set number 3, 18-21.
So keep watching for OCA Media broadcasts. Lots of good things available. Schools are full swing, so there are programs, a variety of musical programs to keep an eye on, but also keep up in your media on what's taking place in the communities through the school board meetings, village board meetings.
Yep.
And Oregon Life, brought to you by Frank Caruso, brings on some great stories of our local people. Watch Oregon Life, coming to you on 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings.
Sophie Side drops that one in on the libero's lap. Boy,
And it's
DeForest able to come out of a good attack out of that kind of scramble play. All right, down 4 late in set number 3, or DeForest with the 2-0 lead right now. We've got some big games coming up for other sports. Soccer. Oh, McKenna Carroll pushes to the deep corner. Libero able to get there, but not able to pass it up. Boys soccer is working on their state title defense run. And that began with the regular season, but the playoffs began on Tuesday with a home match. And then your Panther Volleyball girls start their own regional playoffs on Thursday, home against Sun Prairie East. And the council with the serve. DeForest in system. Nice pass by Hannah. No touch, that ball just long. Panthers down 4. DeForest needs 2 more. It's trouble.
Get a free ball on it.
Oh, what a funny bounce.
Touched that tape and could have rolled either way.
That must have been sticky tape the way that ball rolled.
It's Oregon back in the serve.
Ava Gerlach-Schwartz rotates into the front row and is subbed for Maggie Ast. Sarah Janicek with the serve. Oh,
That's trouble.
and that is match point for DeForest.
DeForest had to struggle with that, get back over. They popped it back, and that was enough that Oregon was chasing after it then too. Oregon comes up with that point.
Yep. Maggie Ast put that in the tough spot. Greta Schriever back to serve. She needs to get at least 3. Starts with 1. All right, that one off the antenna. No, no! So that one was off the DeForest block into the antenna. So that's a Panther kill. And I think the up ref misread the signal. Yeah. The up ref misread the signal by his line judge. I could see in her eyes as soon as the up ref signaled point DeForest, and she realized that's not what I was trying to tell you. All right.
She continues to smile.
2 Panthers pull within 2, 22-24. We'll have another DeForest match point with Greta Schriever at the serve when we come back from this timeout. DeForest using their second timeout of the 3rd set. Like I was saying earlier, it feels like each team gets about 5 timeouts each set tonight. We're going to use them all.
Oregon's making for a big finish here. DeForest is keeping the ball alive. They've certainly made recoveries and been able to put Oregon in a position where they didn't come out on top. So it has been a great competition overall. Appreciate you pointing out that it's a crossover of the conferences.
Yep.
That is a great opportunity. And usually I don't have enough of a history or any scope.
Well, it also means I don't remember being at any tournaments with DeForest this year. So you're seeing a different team, you're seeing different players. I'm disappointed that Stoughton is not in the Panthers conference right now. So the only opportunity to see Stoughton is either at tournaments or in a crossover match like tonight. And that feels like the natural rival for the Panthers. All right, free ball coming over. Maggie Ast with a good play.
game. DeForest in the net.
I mean, Panthers didn't need the net call because after the second joust, DeForest was not able to return it. But either way, point Panthers. Greta Schriever back for the serve. Serve is in. Oh, nice dig. Bring it back, Sarah. Okay, Panthers need to send it over. That was a high free ball.
That's good. And that makes the match. Comes up with a big attack by DeForest in order to put it right on the line to finish it up. That's a little bit delayed.
Yeah, I'm watching the tiny little replay.
Taking a look at it, but
Looked out.
it certainly was close, and if you had the replays, you'd be able to take a look on it. But Oregon's going to fall to DeForest Norskis this evening to finish up the regular season. Certainly looking forward to the playoffs as they go forward, but really good opportunity to take on some tough competition. As you go into the playoffs, you're going to need that kind of focus as you go forward.
Yep. And as a reminder, this Saturday is the JV conference tournament. Oregon hosts, so all you got to do is walk, bike, drive, skateboard over to Oregon High School, and you can watch JV volleyball all day Saturday. I think it starts at 8 a.m. And then your Panther volleyball team will be hosting the first round of the regional playoffs on Thursday the 20th. Panthers will be hosting Sun Prairie East, so that's another opportunity to come out and see your Panthers play.
Michael, I'd like to thank you for taking the announcements for OCA Media this last year. Our volunteers are an awesome part to make the whole thing go to place, and you've done an awesome job, so on behalf
really
of OCA
appreciate
Media,
that.
thank you.
I absolutely appreciate it. I love it up here.
Awesome.
And thank you for joining us for tonight's live stream on OCA Media Sports. We'd like to thank our sponsors who made this program possible. Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. On behalf of the OCA Media Sports production crew, thank you for watching Panther Volleyball on OCA Media Sports. Have a good night, everybody.